Yo, what's up everybody, it's Fire here, back with another video, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to run the Singleback doubles mini scheme. Now this has been a scheme that I've been running since Madden 17. I've been running the stretch to dive combo out of this primarily, along with a couple of other pass plays that I have had success in. This was in the Atlanta Falcons playbook, and I think some pro player used to run it, not sure who, I don't remember, but this stretch used to be very deadly with motion, and I will show you guys how to run this scheme effectively in Madden 20. Now, setting my audibles, I have the stretch, the dive, then this goal line fade play, and then I'm going to have this PA flow play. Now, an honorable mention is going to be this PA draw shot. I'm not going to go over it, but this is a pretty good play. You have that crosser, the S route, and the wheel route, but it's just, I got a lot of setups for these couple plays, so let's just go ahead and hop into it. I will just start off with our stretch alert bubble, which is probably my favorite run out of the offense. It is just a very simple run. You can come out here, run it stock, hike the ball, and it's a stretch, so it's obviously going to be good in Madden. All stretches are good in this game. It could be out of goal line, and it would be a good stretch, although there isn't one out of goal line, thankfully. Otherwise, we all know for a fact we would see people running stretch out of goal line. But for this stretch, you can come out, run it stock, but that's not my favorite way to run it. You guys see my receiver's getting shedded on the outside, and that's pretty much the end of the run. I can't do much. Now, you will eventually get success. You guys see, unfortunately, even though my receiver got shedded there, Travis Benjamin, I'm still picking up decent yards. So, just a simple run concept, picking up 5 yards. But the way that I used to run it in like Madden 18, or this is a terrible defense right here, so I'm just gonna fall on the ground. But the way that I used to run it in Madden 18, Madden 17 is that I would motion this slot receiver over, but there is no stretch without this alert bubbles, and I can't motion Keenan Allen on that route, so that is definitely a little bit of a bummer. But what you can do still is motion Mike Williams or the receiver on the left side over to the right side, and you can I like to motion snap him a little bit, something like that. Might want to snap him earlier because my tight end should have picked up on the other linebacker, but this motion is just going to help you guys a lot. You guys see no one's really shadowing. He's just spreading that guy out a little bit, and you're just hiking the ball. Easily able to pick up like 7, 8 yards right there on the stretch run, and it just opens up a way bigger hole than it would just be running it stock. So I'll show you guys again here. Just motion Williams over. Even though he's on that hitch route, it doesn't matter. He's just going to miss his block, I guess. I don't know what he was doing, but you might want to hike him like right about here on the offensive line, because otherwise he goes on the hitch and you might not even pick up a block. So right here, you guys see, boom, and he eventually picks up a block. It's just so stupid how he's on that hitch instead of a block, but he is still picking up a decent thing, and he's still running it down, occupying a blocker. You can even hike him here, and you guys see he's still pretty much doing nothing. It just, I guess, adds to the blocking. It's just a good run stock. You don't even have to motion him, but I still have way better success motioning him, even though it's not like he's really doing much. He's on that hitch route, but eventually he's going to end up breaking off and picking up a block, and you can sort of run around him. It's just unfortunate that you can't just motion him on a regular block, but that's going to take us to our next play. Just going to head into our first passing play of the video. It's going to be this goal line fade. Now, this goal line fade is very interesting. You guys might see the play title, goal line fade, and be like, well, this can't be a successful pass play down the field, and you can't consistently pick up yards with this. No. Now, you're definitely not going to want to run it stock. There's literally nothing you can do stock. You have that pretty much pointless fade. Now, you can hit X, but it's just a terrible play stock. You have the hitch. You have that fade that only works on the goal line, really. But the way that you're going to run this play is use this post route to your advantage. Now, the good thing about this post route is that he's going to head over all the way to the right side of the field. So he's just going to be successful in running his route all the way over, and we can use that to create flood concepts or use this guy as a crossing route. So what I like to do first of all is just put B on a streak or a fade, use him as a clear out. We're trying to open up this post route more, and you need at least this receiver on a streak. That's a given. You can't put him on a drag, put him on a slant. You can't really do that, unfortunately, but I just put him on a streak, and then what I like to do with A is put him on just a little curl route. He's just going to be opening up. We're trying to occupy the user. So if the user is heading with that post route, with that crosser route, and he sees the curl, he might break back even for a split second, and that's going to open us up for a pass lead and hit that. Now with this Y receiver, you can put him on a slant, even though there is a little bit of separation with the post and the slant, so it shouldn't make a difference, but I just prefer the drag. If he's playing over the top, then it could still cover the slant and the post. Just put the drag, simple high-low read, and then what you can do is slide your protection to the right, double team this D end to try to roll out to the right. Obviously right here we're gonna get X wide open down the field. Rivers with the overthrow, but you guys see, look how open he was right there. That was a huge gain that unfortunately I couldn't show you guys because of the overthrow, but just this post route is very deadly. I wish it was in the slot so it could be a little faster because it does take some time in the pocket, which you can max protect if you want. You don't need A, so I can just come out here, max protect, be on a streak, Y on a dragon, run it like this. Simple high-low read concept, and if you know he's like setting 5, you won't be able to get the ball off. This is just an easy way to ensure you get the time. And you guys see pass, roll out to the right, pass lead to the right, and you get Mike Williams just gets wide open on that post or cross the route. This is similar to the one that was in Pat Sale. That was so successful, so meta last year. So show you guys this setup one last time here. Just block our RB's already blocked, so you just put A on a curl, B on a streak, Y on a drag, slide to the right or left if you're running it to the left, and double team this DN. Now I recommend throwing, so since Rivers is a right-handed quarterback, I recommend throwing this to the right side. Easier for him to roll out and make that pass. And you guys see I roll out and hit Mike Williams once again. It's definitely not getting user, but that's why I said the curl route can be necessary. And if he just sticks with that post route, you can usually hit A or X on that drag or Y on that drag. So that's going to take us to our next run play of the video. It's going to be this halfback dive. Now something you can do to make this look like you're running the stretch is just motion Mike Williams over and still hike the ball in the same spot. Make it look like you're running the stretch even though you're running the dive. You guys see I pick up a huge gain right there with Melvin Gordon just bouncing it off to the outside, and that extra blocker actually does help out of this dive set. So he's not useless. He's not there just for show, although that's a big part of it. He's there to pick up a block, and it allows me to bounce this to the outside. It spreads out those linebackers a little bit, and if I want, I can cut it up the middle. You guys see I'm picking up some huge yardage right there. Picked up almost 10 to 15 yards before I even got contacted by a Raider defender. So just a very good run, and if you want, you can motion Y in right here and pretty much run him as the motion guy if you prefer, but I definitely like motioning X over just because it makes it look like you're running the stretch even though you're running the dive. Your opponent's not going to know if you're running stretch, as I accidentally am running stretch right here, but the dive is definitely a great play out of this. It's just the stretch and dive combo is so difficult to defend because he might already be biting over to that side. If he thinks you're running stretch, he might be looking over to the right, and you guys see Mike Williams going to make those linebackers spread out a little bit, and I'm easily able to cut this to the outside. And even though I'm not picking up touchdowns on every run, I'm picking up 5 yards, which you will take if you're a running player in this game. You know, 5 yards, just easy 5 yards. You can take it every time. You can also motion Mike Williams over and hike him on the left. He sees that motion, you might automatically think it's stretch, even though you don't motion him up all the way over to the outside. So, show you guys one last time. You can definitely come out, run it stock, and still have success running the play. That's pretty much a given with the dive. Just also you want to run it to, so since Phil Rivers is a right-handed quarterback, I'm going to run this run to the right side. You guys see he's going to get a quick handoff right there. Quick little animation, especially with these dives, this is very important that you run it to that side. Stretch or other runs, it doesn't matter, but if I come out run dive, flip the run to the left side, look how slow this handoff is going to be. It's just a split second slower, and that's could be the difference between a touchdown and a 20-yard gain. So just a quick little tip right there as we head into our last play. Going to be this PA flow. Now, PA flow is a very interesting play stock. Now, C routes have been out since last year. C routes, is this corner route that Mike Williams out, a C route. This used to be good in Madden 17, Madden 18, definitely Madden 18, but these last 2 years they have pretty much been useless on the field. PA post used to be a great play at a bunch, but since these C routes have been terrible, they've pretty much been useless and ruined the play. So this C route is actually very good. I love the C route. For whatever reason, it just gets open. So I can just hike the ball. Run it stock. I have a high-low read between A and X. He just played it really well right there, but I was having success earlier, so I might just run. I like running this on the right side a little bit better, so what I'm going to do is just come out here, flip the play, and run it on the right side, and just move the ball over real quick. So just going to come out here in our PA flow, flip it, and then come out in our same defense. Just a little adjustment that I made because I was having tons more success just coming out here. Like I said, you can come out here, run it stock, You don't even have to run the play action. But you guys see, look how open B is. That's exactly what was happening earlier. I could have hit either of those routes. I could have hit the crosser that the tight end is on, or I could have hit B. Now, Keenan Allen is actually on a pretty good route. If there's nobody in the middle of the field, he could get wide open. Now, he's definitely not the fastest receiver, but you guys see, look how open B is. Of course, the ball gets batted down right there. Phillip Rivers' weird release, but that was a huge gain right there on the field. And another route that I haven't been mentioning is that X route that he is on. Just going to take A on this. If nobody's guarding him, you're definitely going to take it, but this post route can be decent as well. If there's nobody, no vert hooks, no hook curls on this left side of the field, you can hike it and hit him pretty quick in the open field. You guys see, look how open B gets on that C route. It is just pretty much like a fast breaking corner route. Now, it doesn't do the best job against man coverage, I will say that, just because the player's already sort of defending inside, and you guys see he's pretty boxed, but hey, we'll take that drag. It's sort of a weird drag that the tight end's on. He's sort of on a crosser, but not really. You guys see he's a little bit deeper, which is nice because if you just check it down, you're able to pick up 5 yards. You guys see, boom. I picked not 5 yards, almost 10 yards. I pick up 9 yards right there on the simple run. Now, I'm going to head into our next setup where I'm just going to respot the ball on the wide side. I'm going to have my wide receivers on the wide side, and something I'm going to do is just try to use this Mike Williams route a little bit better. He's on that post route, but we can use him as a corner route wide receiver. So what I'm going to do is motion him over to the right side. Heck, your player might even think you're running stretch, although unfortunately it's the wrong side. If it was flipped, it would be better, but something I like to do is smart out X because he's a little bit short. Smart him. You guys see he's deeper now. He's pretty much going to the same area as the C route. So what I like to do is put Y on a zig route. You can put him on an out. You can do whatever to create a high-low read. I just prefer the zig. It's a little bit slower. And by the time you have the corner route breaking, you will have this Keenan Allen route heading to the outside. Then the last adjustment you can make is put A on an in route. Smart out him like this, or you can just put him on a curl. Now, I like to block RB, cancel the play action, although it's not necessary. Probably should have mentioned that earlier, but it's fine. We're just creating a high-low read right here. You guys see X is going to get wide open down the field, and there's a very pretty dot right there just over the defender, and this Keenan Allen route is definitely going to pull him down. So I'll show you guys one last time right here. Smart out X, motion him to the right-hand side or whatever if you're running this on the left. Then put A on a curl, Y on a zig or a whip, and B on a streak. Just hike the ball right there, looking. Is he playing over the top? Is he playing underneath? He's playing underneath, and I can easily pass that to the right side and still make a completion. Now, you guys see he was breaking a little bit. It's a little bit of a tight throw, but I haven't had this play get intercepted yet in an online play, and just a very simple, successful mini scheme with these 4 plays. These 2 passes are very good, and nobody really knows about them. You can easily have success running the scheme on the down low. So if you guys did enjoy the video, please make sure to leave a like on it to show your support to the channel. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well if you guys are enjoying these videos that I'm continuing to upload. Make sure to leave some suggestions down below in the comment section, and peace. I'm out of here.